Young runners have been getting faster and faster in recent years, especially in the blue ribbon events of the 1500 metres and the mile. Jakob Ingebrigtsen started the trend by becoming the youngest ever sub-4 minute miler at the pre-classic in 2017, before going on to win his first Olympic gold aged 21 in Tokyo. Niels Laros followed him with even faster times as an under-18 in the 800 metres, 1500 metres and 3K, and also looked like he could win his first global gold this year at the Tokyo World Championships, before ultimately struggling with injury at that meet. And then Cam Myers of Australia destroyed their under-18 marks in both the 1500 metres and mile, running a blazing fast 3:33 for 1500, aged just 17. But now, another young talent has come along who looks likely to surpass them all. 16-year-old Sam Ruthe from New Zealand has been obliterating even Myers' age grade marks across the last year, and what's more, appears to have the shorter distance speed and genetics to develop into a more effective championship racer than any of the prodigies before him. In this video, we are going to delve into Ruthe's recent record-breaking performances at the New Zealand Secondary Schools Championships and look at what it means for his future in 2026 and beyond. At those school championships last weekend, Ruthe was unstoppable. In total, he ran 6 races across 3 days, going hard in 2 of them, the 1500 metre semi-final on Saturday and the 800 metre final on Sunday. And the times he produced were extraordinary. Running completely solo in front of a small crowd, he showed remarkable determination to push himself, shooting off the line in the 1500 metres and putting a huge gap on the field even by the 300 metre mark. From there, he maintained a blistering pace, striding out alone to finish in an unreal time of 3:38.62. This time already puts him within half a second of Myers' world best for a 16-year-old, but the context in which he ran it, early season, solo, and with little crowd support, shows that record is on borrowed time. But what he would do the next day was even more impressive. Ruthe is not known as an 800 metre specialist, first gaining international attention after winning the New Zealand 3000 metres title, running 7:56 earlier in the year, but he set off in the 800 metre final with even more intent. He blasted through the first 200 metres in around 25 seconds, reached the bell in 52 seconds, and appeared to accelerate even further down the back straight, eventually clocking a mind-blowing 1:46.81. Now, there might not be a lot of depth in New Zealand for Sam to compete with, but it is worth noting that up until this year, the American high school record also stood at 1:46. For a runner who apparently does no specific 800 metre training to achieve this mark with 2 years of high school left to run is incredible, and bodes very well for his future as a championship racer, where closing speed is key to 1500 and 5000 metres success. And these 2 performances weren't all he achieved over the weekend. Aside from 2 rounds of the 800, he also ran 3:38 pace for the first 1300 metres of the 1500 metre final before jogging home to victory, and then ran a 49.8 second 400 metre relay split, further underlining the fact that he has been blessed with natural speed. So where does he go from here? In post-race interviews, Ruthe showed that he is very aware of his position in the age grade record books and is intent on maintaining his streak by setting the 1500 metre mile and 3000 metre world best for a 16-year-old, after breaking the equivalent marks as a 15-year-old earlier this year. He talked specifically about running under 3:38 in the 1500 to break Myers' 3:38.02, and said he would race indoors in New York in order to chase that mark. If that means we will see him line up at the Millrose Games on February the 1st, an event his sponsor Nike also backs, then we will undoubtedly see something very, very special go down. And if we look further into the future, being from New Zealand and therefore facing relatively little competition could be something of an advantage for Ruthe. As long as he achieves the qualifying standard, he will be picked for both the World Championships and Olympics. That means he will almost certainly get the experience of contesting the 1500 metres at the 2027 World Champs just after turning 18 years old, as well as the 2028 Olympics. And while it sounds crazy to say, he could even be in the mix for a medal while still a teenager, as it seems probable he will be a sub-3:30 runner with a devastating kick by those Olympics, based on Laros and Myers' progression. Even if he does take a little longer to develop and isn't competitive in LA, not needing to win a trials race in future gives him a big advantage over US runners in championships, as he can tailor his training and build up perfectly to the event itself. While it's early days then, Sam Ruthe has an excellent chance of being a serious force to be reckoned with on the international stage for years to come. But is there really no chance of burnout? So many young runners show incredible potential, but fail to translate that to the senior ranks. There is still a chance of this happening, but it's unlikely. The first reason for this is that Ruthe isn't just a young runner with potential. He is already capable of competing at the senior level. Earlier this year, he won the full New Zealand championships in both the 3,000 metres and the 1,500 metres. The 1,500 metre race especially showed he had arrived. For the first time in history, the title was shared between Ruthe and Sam Tanner after a dead heat. Now Tanner is a seriously good runner. He has represented his country at 2 Olympic Games, and has even won a Diamond League, the Pre-Classic in 2022. For Sam Ruthe, then aged just 15, to kick down with him shows he is already the real deal. And then there is the simple fact that if you were to design the perfect situation in terms of genetics, lifestyle, and training environment for a 16-year-old prodigy, then it would be the life that Ruthe currently enjoys. Genetics plays such a big role in any endurance sport, and Ruthe has hit the jackpot. His mother and father were both prestigious runners, winning national titles over a range of distances from 800 metres to the 10,000 metres, and both were good enough to compete at World Cross Country. In Mother Jessica's case, 4 times, with a best finish 24th in 2006. But his maternal grandparents were even more accomplished, with grandfather Trevor setting the world record for the fastest ever debut marathon in 1971 and running 2:12 during his career, while grandmother Rosemary won Commonwealth Games gold over 800 metres in 1970 and finished 7th at the 1972 Olympics, behind 5 Eastern Bloc athletes. As such, Ruthe's physiology must be ideal for a distance runner. And his parents are protecting and nurturing that talent well. Ben Ruthe, Sam's father, has spoken about not allowing Sam or younger sister Daisy to train specifically for running until they were 13 years old, preferring them to play and enjoy a variety of sports up until that point. That Sam ran so fast so soon after starting to train properly, combined with Daisy already running a 4:32 1,500 metres, having just turned 14 years old, underlines the fact that they have inherited rare talent. Sam is also not being pushed too hard in training. Under the guidance of coach Craig Kirkwood, who also coaches Tanner and helps out triathlon star Hayden Wild, Ruthe has been brought along using a very conservative approach. His weekly mileage was reportedly in the 40 to 50 kilometres a week range during the 2025 season, and while it has potentially ramped up a little leading into this coming season, based on Sam and Ben's Instagram posts, that still leaves an awful lot of room to grow. This is certainly not a Jakob Ingebrigtsen situation, with high volumes of training from a young age. As such, I can only really see more and more success coming Ruthe's way in the future. With chances to see him race in the US against strong competition this winter, 2026 is set to become a breakout year for him. And by the time he returns once more for the Los Angeles Olympics in 2028, he might already be a star of the distance running world, while still a teenager. I can't wait to follow the progress of this phenomenal talent across the coming years. And if you've enjoyed this video and my analysis of Sam Ruthe's potential, please remember to subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with all the hottest topics in distance running. Thanks for watching everyone, and see you in the next one.